It was 1907. It was the end of the age of the great empires of steam, the clock of mankind ticking towards dreadful war. The entirety of the civilized world knew it. The mistake of the civilized man being to believe the world was the world entire. This is a story about how civilized man came to know of another world and the man who lived there. This is a story about that man, one called Logan, who had chosen to live far away from civilization and those who disturbed him. It is a story of wolves and bears. It is a story of animals. Canada. Grayscar, the wolfish man. Grayscar hunts with his 3 sons, and one just as close. The pack is a family. This is what binds them together. Humans rarely understand the pack of the wild. The wolves do not stay together out of fear. They stay because they want to. They stay for love. There's enough game here for the 3 sons to choose to stay with Red Streak and Grayscar. They are much needed. With the endless winter encroaching into spring, there is much work to do, and a new generation to feed. It is rare for a wolf family to accept one knot of their blood, but rare is not never. And across the years, Grayscar and Red Streak came to love the 2-legged wolf. With the pups, it's easier. They instantly adore the one whose 2-thumbed magic brought entire prey to their eager mouths. He completes their family. The lone wolf is different. He watches. He waits. He desires. He does not desire family. He desires what the family has. He'd eat the pups. He'd eat them all. The lone wolf's lingering presence is the only threat to the pack's world. Despite the winter dyeing the spring white, the hunting is good. The pack is close. There is nothing more to want. As much as the wolfish man can hope for anything, he hopes the only thing that changes is nothing. But to hope against certainties is a hopeless thing. One thing that is sure never to change is change yourself. The white bear. They'd never seen anything like this. They knew only one thing. It was strange, and the strange should be avoided. For once, the wolfish man proved more than wolf. He had to know more. For the first time in years, he felt pity. For as strange as the bear was to the forest was strange to it as well. All its talents seemed useless. It seemed to believe that covering its nose would disguise it from prey. It didn't grasp, fishing in the rivers, waiting for prey to emerge, and being disappointed when it didn't. Though obviously hungry, it barely touched the berries bears of the forest would have turned to. The wolfish man tried to help, but the gifts he offered were insufficient. The bear needed flesh, and even with good hunting, the wolfish man had none to spare. He had his family to think of. This strange white bear would have to fend for himself, and with luck, find his way home. The following days were happy. The long days with the family pack, the nights for the hunt. Life continued. Nothing changed, until Red Streak's howl keened through the night. The wolfish man had underestimated the great white stranger. In the forest, most of the bear's talent seemed useless, bar 2. A sense of smell that can lead it across miles, and a strength to take whatever it can touch. In a way, the wolfish man got his wish. The bear had found its way home, but not to his home. The wolfish man looked for meaning, to could find words in his heart to explain what was before him. For a moment, he simply couldn't comprehend it. And then he did. His life was over. The life he came to these forests to find. A second life was born out of the ashes of the last. He had lived as man. He had lived as wolf. As both, the wolfish man found only woe. This is a story of wolves and bears. And animals.